Hello, family. Welcome to Shifting in the Process podcast, where we maximize your potential in your journey and in your process. So the good thing about this is that I did a lot of thinking. I had a lot of time with God, and this brand is evolving. The Shift brand is evolving. We're just not a clothing brand anymore. We are going to be a podcast as well. And I'm super excited about it because there's going to be a lot of content coming out just on my journey, my process. We're going to be digging more deep into what shifting actually really means. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to have a conversation about that. And my journey has been very long for me not to discuss it. And a lot of great results have came from my journey and my process. And also in my progress has been a great journey to actually go back and to think about how far I have come and what I had to overcome in this journey. And so I'm super excited to talk about that with you. There is going to be merch. We are going to release some clothing, but it's not going to be all clothing like I said. So it's going to be very special, and I'm just super excited to see what God does with this new evolving brand. We're actually going to be digging more deep as well within your process. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do, right? But we're going to sit here and we're going to talk about things that I did that has helped me through my journey and what God has told me throughout the 6 months that I pretty much put my head down and I worked very hard. And that's when God was really shifting my life around. So I'm super excited to bring these episodes to you because, listen, this is what you guys deserve. You guys deserve to have a great process, a great journey, and to be able to enjoy it and to experience not only the great, but also experience sometimes the obstacles, the no's, the objections, and all those great things that are in the process to only make you better, but also to make you greater as well. So I'm super excited for this podcast to launch. It's been, I'd say it's been a couple of weeks that I pretty much was like, you know what, I need to get off social media because I want to bring great product to you and the service to you as well. And I want to make sure that I stay tuned with you guys. I want to make sure that, that we're talking together and that we are along this ride together as well from the start and also to the finish. And the finish is far beyond right now, but I'm excited for this expansion and I'm excited just to continue to level up within this brand that God has given me and to be able to touch people, to change people's lives, and for you guys to change mine as well, because your feedback is always great feedback. So I really do appreciate that. And so I'm super excited about it, right? And so we're just going to touch on just a few things here and just touch on what shifting really means, right? Like, what does it look like when you're shifting? And what does it feel like when you're shifting, right? It's a transformation. So a lot of times we don't really know exactly when we're shifting, but we can feel when we do shift because it deals with our mindset, the way we, our perspective, the way we handle certain situations and relationships, your career, your family. All those things go in within shifting your transformation with making you the greatest person that God has made you to be. So I'm super excited to touch on that. And also, we're going to touch on some business things as well. But first, we're going to touch on personal growth. You can't touch on business without having personal growth. And personal growth has been one of the biggest things for me because it has made me a better person, a better son, a better friend, a better boyfriend, just a better sibling, and also just a better person overall, right? And so I had to do a lot of self-development. I had to talk to my pastor. I had to talk to God. Lots of times I had to have uncomfortable conversations. And that's one of the biggest topics that we're going to talk about as well is uncomfortable conversations and how those are critical to talk about. And for you to sit down and to swallow the pill and take it how it is and to be able to take the feedback that was given you and so you can go ahead and you can change your life for the better. So we are going to touch on that. And also we're going to talk about the process, the progress in the process. And so, like I said in the beginning, enjoy the process. And we're going to talk about what does it look like to enjoy the process. We're going to talk about what does it look like to look at your progress and what that looks like. And this is not a, you work on yourself for 5 days and then you change. No, it's a consistent thing. We're going to talk about that. But also, you can't have consistency if you don't have discipline. We're also going to talk about that as well. And so discipline is very critical. Discipline has been something that's been important in my life. And to know that many mentors that I've had in the past have been very, very successful. And one thing that they've always talked about was discipline. And I was very hard-headed years ago. So I finally can reap the benefits of the discipline that I've been, exemplifying in my life and seeing the results and how important it is. And so this is, again, I'm not telling you what to do. This is just us talking and having a conversation, things that I like and I know that you like as well. And just taking you along of my journey in my life and just the success that I've had, and I feel like I owe people this, because for me to keep this to myself would be a disservice, and I think I would not be happy with that. So and I wouldn't either. So I want to be able to share the info with you and share just what it's looked like to better your life, better your lifestyle, right? And so with bettering those things is going to better every area of your life. And that means just everything, things that you may be going through right now that may not seem so great. Those areas will increase just by improving your self-development, improving the discipline, doing certain things in your routine. And that's another thing that we're going to talk about is routine, because that is critical in your day-to-day success, in your day-to-day life, right? So I'm super, super excited for Shifting in the Process podcast, and I cannot wait for the first episode, and I'm super, super excited. I hope you guys are too. Let's go.